New claims tonight that Ohioans' tax dollars were used to buy departing ECOT employees. Silence.
Now, some former employees of ECOT have come forward and revealed they were asked to sign an agreement not to talk about what went on behind the scenes at the school. NBC4's Ohio State House newsroom reporter Jason Aubrey has the story.
A recent records request may show the number of employees who signed that agreement and how much of the state's tax dollars were spent on them. According to Sandy Tice, a member of Ohio's Charter School Accountability Project, at least 6 employees have been offered payment when they left ECOT that came with strings attached. They'd have to sign a non-disclosure agreement that would prevent them from making disparaging remarks about the school or any of its services.
There's something really important about making a choice not to sign this agreement.
That's Catherine Terser with Common Cause Ohio. She went on to thank the ECOT whistleblower for coming forward. And this is Fred Geddes, a local attorney who specializes in whistleblower litigation.
The real heroes of this story are the whistleblowers.
Despite the praise, the ECOT whistleblower remains anonymous out of fear of retaliation. Geddes says Ohio's laws to protect people like them are some of the weakest in the nation, which is a problem when it comes to public entities asking employees to sign non-disclosure agreements, according to Stephen Dyer of Innovation Ohio.
If taxpayer dollars are being misspent or ill-gotten, we should find out about that immediately or as quickly as possible.
The group's records request asks ECOT's sponsor to release how many employees ECOT had signed non-disclosure agreements and how much was paid as part of that agreement. A report on ECOT from the auditor's office was supposed to be released tomorrow, but that has been delayed by about a week or two as they finish looking into who paid for television ads ECOT ran last summer. Local for you at the State House, Jason Aubrey, NBC4.